The year was 1994, and Foreman, a former heavyweight champion who had regained fame in the late 80s after a decade away from the ring, was attempting the unthinkable. At 45 years old, he was set to challenge Michael Moorer, the reigning champion, more than 2 decades his junior. Foreman had returned to boxing in 1987, driven by a mix of financial need and a deep love for the sport. Despite skepticism, he plowed through opponents, racking up wins and silencing doubters. Yet, the boxing world still viewed him as a relic from a bygone era, especially when pitted against Moorer, a fierce and skilled fighter who had defeated Evander Holyfield to become the undisputed heavyweight champion.
They weighed in 2 days early for this fight. They weighed in on Thursday afternoon. George looks very tentative and very slow.
Moorer, the reigning champ, starts strong, showcasing speed and skill against the veteran Foreman.
There's the first right.
In spite of the fact that Moorer was on the floor.
There's again the left-right combination by Foreman, but then now.
Went through some real changes during that period of time. George starting to find the range now. Is Michael capable of hurting him? Remember, George has only been knocked out once in his entire career. A fellow by the name of Ali.
George's most effective punch so far, and here comes Moorer answering back quickly.
And I was about to say, Rich, I don't like the fact that Moorer is only circling in one direction, and George is just going to time him, and there it was.
Both fighters had their moments in that second round. Who'd you give that second round to?
I still thought Moorer won the round, but I thought George was coming.
Two good jabs by Foreman, but the follow-up right was not there. It does look like George wasn't turning down any burgers in the last 2 days. There's a good cracking right hand from George Foreman, but more sharp right hand.
And Teddy Atlas very nervous that Moorer is fighting in this close, Rich.
Again.
Well, we take a look at the replay here, and it's George landing the one right that he... Big article in one of the New York papers that was prophesizing that George was going to try a rope-a-dope type of situation here with Moorer, and nothing could be further from the truth.
Foreman absorbs punishment, his experience on full display as he searches for an opening.
Moorer answers back. Moorer doing a great job of every time Foreman lands something significant. That was a pretty big...
Well,
interestingly enough,
fighter by the name of Matthew Brooks was really a blown-up light heavyweight.
Left hook to the body by...
Very sluggish.
Well, did you think he'd be a little sharper than this? But he hasn't fought for 7.
I expected Moorer to be fighting much more on the outside, personally. I thought he'd be jabbing. He's much more aggressive in this fight than he was against Evander Holyfield.
Moorer appears supremely confident.
And
I was willing to stand right there in front of George Foreman. Foreman, they're trying to push Moorer.
Or the lack of them.
Moorer's punches are landing cleanly.
He's got to be...
Good body shot from Foreman.
But he's probably out punching George at this point 10-1, and he's landing.
87. Stayed out of boxing, ballooned up to 320, 350 pounds. There's a good left hand by Foreman. And now Foreman coming forward and moving Moorer back a little.
Good right hand lead he landed on Moorer's face there.
Foreman having some success here and getting the crowd interested again.
The only other long layoff. This fight is not the picture that you would have painted in it. Move in though on the second. He doubled up on the jab, but he's not moving in on the second jab, so he can't land the right effectively.
Foreman has thrown and landed tonight very well. Has not been rattled yet. There's a good right hand from George Foreman. But again, Moorer answers right back. Nice work with that right hand from Moorer. Foreman still dangerous.
Two right
hand. George ran into an uppercut, though, on the way in and trying to follow up.
Moorer took 2 really good right-hand leads from Foreman and came back and was able to fire on his own.
George trying to follow up. But Moorer very dangerous in front of him. Right hand from Foreman again, partially blocked by Moorer.
You got a question at this point, is Foreman's punch totally gone, or does Michael Moorer have a better chin than we all gave him credit for?
Now here comes Moorer back, crowd roar. Michael Moorer. Good. There's a nice...
Many people thought he had lost Alex Stewart just prior to that.
He possibly already is in a position of needing some real drama. There's a right hand that forced Moorer to give ground. He backs Moorer into the ropes. Now wait to see if Moorer here answers back. Good right uppercut from Foreman. Foreman almost squared on him, driving the odds down, much the way that the odds were driven down in this fight when they saw Foreman look in reasonable shape. And now George, following the advice of Angelo Dundee, is coming in round number 10. Looking to land that right. There's a left hook that he finally landed tonight. You know, that's a tremendous punch for George when he can land it, but it hasn't been there.
Or as some other challenger might do. He just figured it's another fighter, left-handed, right-handed. This is the way I fight. And like you said,
there's the left hook from Foreman. That one rattled Moorer a little bit. And another punch from Foreman and another left hook.
So
Foreman, ever patient, lands a series of jabs, setting the stage for the unexpected.
Best round of the fight here in round 10. There's a right hand. Down goes Moorer. He's flat on his back. He may not get up.
Not maybe. He's not moving.
Moorer could be about to lose the heavyweight title.
I don't believe this.
Joe Cortez pulls off the count. It is over.
Holy
and George Foreman has pulled off the miracle that no one thought possible.
Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official particulars.
In the MGM Grand, the impossible dream has happened. Heavyweight history has happened. Referee Joe Cortez reaches the count of 10. At 2 minutes, 3 seconds of round number 10, the winner, and once again, heavyweight champion of the world, Big George
A look back at George Foreman in the moment of his triumph. This was a prayer of thanks.